I don't think that there's going to be a High King or a High Queen of Prythian. In fact, I think that everything will end with the High Lord system being gotten rid of completely. And, I'm sitting here, I finished my reread of the first ACOTAR book, and I just keep thinking about the story of the cauldron. And the cauldron, it poured out all over the entirety of like their world, not just Prythian, right? Feyre says here, pooling on the earth to form our world. The map spanned the entirety of our world, not just the land on which we stood, but also the seas and the larger continents beyond. And we know that the human lands outside of Prythian do not have magic, or at least not in the capacity that Prythian does. And that magic is tied to the land in Prythian. And it's going to need to be released. And that is going to come with the destruction of the High Lord system. And then that magic, in my thoughts, will be released back to the rest of this world. I don't think that it's a good thing that this magic has been concentrated to Prythian, and the High Lord system is part of what's keeping it there. I think. I don't know. Tell me, what do you guys think? But whenever I hear these debates of, oh, Bryce is going to be a High Queen, or, Rhysand is going to take up High King, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that, especially with Crescent City, the narrative is very clear that that is not a good direction to go in. And I think it's going to end with the High Lords of Prythian no longer being a governing type of system, or at least not working in the way that it is now, where their powers are tied to the land. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's my thoughts. I don't know. Like I said, I just keep thinking about how it seems like, the cauldron was poured out all over this world. But from what we've seen, the human lands are not doing well. But Prythian is full of this magic that I think is supposed to be dispersed across this world, not just contained in Prythian.